That's very tribal.
Yeah.
And he was diversity before there was diversity.
David Lee Roth. Amazing. I was just thinking about that, man. That Van Halen album that turned 50. 45, I think.
Yeah,
45 years old.
That's right.
But this one was women and children first. It was one of the weird albums.
I think they started getting tired of their record company. And then they were kind of like, man, these guys.
Well, weren't they with like Warner Brothers forever or something like that?
Yeah, and then they did the album that had a bunch of covers because they were just like, you know what, just give them whatever, man.
But I like this one.
That's a good one. No. Don't take them off.
Yeah. I think David Lee Roth was the king of ad-lib and improvisation.
He realized the power of it.
Mm-hmm. It's like Beto Quintanilla. You know Beto Quintanilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
That corrido.
He always his album covers always had like a machine gun.
Yeah, and nobody can sing like him. And then like David Lee Roth, because it's not really like Beto Quintanilla has some people would say he sounds horrible, right?
All right,
I don't know.
No, you're right. Yeah, some people would say.
Yeah, si usted no han escuchado Beto Quintanilla, escúchenlo. Some people might say he sounds terrible, but
others just say it's horrific.
But what he does is good, and he's good at what he does. Like David Lee Roth, he was always criticized for his vocals. He was criticized because he was, he wasn't a singer, and stuff like that. They always compared him to these, other singers, but
he made it up through charisma.
Yeah, charisma. But not only that, he had a style, and that's exactly what Beto Quintanilla is. He had a style of singing. This guy had a style of singing, man.
Mama Loopy.
And then I had never heard gritos in a rock song until David Lee Roth came around.
Little Richard, he did like some gritos, didn't he?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah,
but I'm talking. But he was like, I guess he was a different kind of rock and roll.
Yeah,
this was heavy rock.
Yeah, hard rock.
And you would hear basically only hear like those gritos in a Vicente Fernandez song, But David Lee Roth brought them all in into the rock and roll.
Which leads us to say, welcome to the Rock and Chaz Show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the big show, everyone.
We just compared David Lee Roth to Vicente Fernandez. Is that
and
what?
Beto Quintanilla.
And Beto Quintanilla.
But only this show has that range.
Yeah. We go from A to Z and all over the place.
And back again.
Welcome to #BBT's Rock and Chaz Show right here. Another Wednesday night edition. We've been doing it live for a long time, ladies and gentlemen, and we're not stopping. We're going to keep going. As a matter of fact, we're going to have something going on in summer that we want to invite everybody that might want to be part of that show. We're going to do a little campaign. We're working on it.
Yes.
But right now we're here at Society 204, a co-working community right in the heart of Edinburgh, Texas, situated here in the historic downtown district, with space ready to accommodate businesses of all sizes, with a creative blending of 21st century amenities and 20th century charm. Yeah, because they've got the amenities here. They got a bar.
I like the way the line runs up the back of the stockings.
They have a kitchen as well, so you can go in there and
I've always liked those kind of high heels too.
And they have a bathroom, and they have a dressing room, and
indoor plumbing.
Don't take them on.
So there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, give them a call if you want a tour. It's 956-887-1143. 956-887-1143. And this show's brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for men and women. Lose weight, and everybody's going to want you. Feel younger and healthier, and you're going to want everybody, too. Call them at 956-441-2188. You feel sluggish, tired, gain weight. You're looking for a primary care clinic to help improve your quality of life. Testosterone, weight loss therapy, and IV vitamin infusion and peptide therapy, all designed to help you feel great and healthier again. Offices in McAllen and Harlingen. Call 956-441-2188. Start feeling healthier again. You'll be screaming like David Lee Roth. Dr. T's Primary Care for men and women. And by the way, Felicia went and had an appointment there last week. How did it go, Fish?
It was awesome.
What happened?
What happened?
I loved it. I went in, and it's just so. I spoke to Claudia. She was so informative, and she, like, just sitting in that office with her, and her talking to me about like, you know, what goes on in the body.
The plumbing.
The plumbing. She made me feel so much better because I was over here thinking I had all these problems, and she's like, well, it stems from this and this and this. You got to work on this. So I got my blood work done. I actually got 2 injections. I got the lipomino, I think, and then they also gave me another amino acid. And I started my vitamins, and I've been having some great days since then. Like, I already feel better. And so I'm actually I have a checkup Friday. And yeah, I'm gonna be going weekly to get my shots.
And
Ron's going too.
Yeah, he actually texted me asking me, "Hey, what I need to do, Dad?" So
he's only what? How old is Ron?
He's
34.
34.
He's gonna be 35, man. So yeah, so it's great, ladies and gentlemen. You should go out there. Producer Rally, she's been there. She knows what it's all about, right, Ma?
It's awesome. I highly recommend the vitamin infusion therapy. It's awesome.
Going back to Fish, Fish has a new line of clothing that she's putting together.
Yes.
And she's still working on it. Is it still in the process of getting done, or?
It's about done. I'm aiming for, hopefully, I'm getting everything set up. I just put in the orders today to get, to get everything.
Can you say the name of your brand? Or
it's called Steel Rider Apparel.
Steel Rider? Where'd you get that name from?
A lot of brainstorming. I just, I wanted something. I've always been into like the biker Harley Davidson type of style.
Okay.
I know it doesn't look like it today, but I've always been into that. And, I wanted to do something that was, good quality, affordable, and something that, everybody can wear, especially when they're out riding or, if they're going to go to the gym or anything. It's universal. I wanted everybody to be able to wear it. So, I have that line coming out. I have it scheduled I'm aiming for the last week of February. So like next week already?
That's fast. Yeah.
But yeah, everything's finalized. I got it all done with the state of Texas, everything the right way. And I got a website. If you want to go check it out, it's steelrider.com. And you can put your email and we'll let you know when we go live.
Yeah.
It's going to be very soon.
You should sponsor Chaz's Collectible.
Yeah.
Sponsored by
Steel Rider Apparel.
Steel Rider Apparel.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
We'll work on that. We'll get a little spot going for you and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's up with you, babe? What's going on?
I'm doing good.
Nothing. Hey.
Say hi to everybody, Mama.
Hey, I just did.
All right. And Chaz next to me over here, man. What's up, Chaz?
Last year on my birthday, which is in February, we spoke with Buff Bagwell, and here we are, February once again, and who are we speaking to?
Yeah.
Yet another professional wrestler, the lovely, the phenomenal, the voluptuous. Give a big shout out to Mr. Danny Ramones. What is up, Danny?
Hola chicos and hola chicas, ¿cómo están?
Hi.
Dude,
Hello.
hey, Fish was talking about your shorts, dude.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Are those
They're
the
tight,
longest shorts you have? Or they're almost a handkerchief.
They're almost Daisy Dukes. It's modified thong.
Did you wear them specially for this show or?
That's a high possibility actually.
Okay.
Can you guys see them or no?
No, they
No,
can't.
you need to stand up.
Okay, here we go again.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Is it really? Is it too close?
Or is that in
what
the
is-
shot?
No,
He has
it's
to
not.
get on the chair.
Yeah, he
like
has to
be
get
on
on
the
the
chair.
Yeah. Get on the chair,
Oh
bro.
boy, here we go.
Now shake that ass. Shake that ass. Shake that ass.
Let me write that. Don't care. Now my birthday is complete.
Happy birthday, Chaz.
Happy birthday, Chaz.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
I'll give you a lap dance before the show's over. Just so you know.
Do it now.
I know that you will.
Do it now.
No, we'll save it after the show.
You have to be sitting on the throne too.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna videotape this guy giving Chaz a lap dance in the lobby of the Society 204
For the Patreon fans.
Yeah, for the Patreon and TikTok. We're on TikTok now, ladies and gentlemen, and that's where we're going to be putting a lot of our behind-the-scenes footage. You need to follow me at RocknRollJames 2022, okay? I've already been uploading.
2020.
2020. Yeah.
Oh, 2020. Sorry about that.
He'll get it right eventually.
I keep making new accounts. No, but it was weird because I had like 3 accounts. I'm like, how did I end up with 3 accounts? But it's RocknRollJames 2020, okay? And we're going to put it on TikTok. Okay, so there you go.
And it's because other social media is kind of putting the kibosh on you, right?
Yeah, dude. I haven't been on Facebook, but I do, like, when I get to work, I'll get on Facebook just to see what's going on, and I'll log out. But today I had some guys saying, "Okay, we're gonna stay away" and all that. Because what happens now is I'm on Instagram, right? So when I upload something on Instagram, it automatically uploads on Facebook.
Yeah, it's linked.
So it's linked. So people think that I'm on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook.
Conjoined social media.
Yes.
So I'm on Instagram, I'm on Getter, I'm on Safe Chat, and I'm on Rumble. We're on Rumble. We have a YouTube channel on Rumble as well, if you have that app. And we put a lot of clips on there.
Are you on Grindr?
No, we're not on Grindr. What is that one about?
How do you know? How do you know what grind?
Everyone knows about Grindr.
I don't know about Grindr. What is it?
Well, there's Tinder, but then for the homosexual community, it is Grindr.
Oh, wow. Grindr.
Judas Priest.
Wants you to eat.
Grinder. Oh man, I love Judas.
Yeah. So how did you find out about that, Charlie?
Well, a guy made a fake account. It wasn't me. I'm an innocent victim.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of, somebody made a fake account on me on Grindr.
Really?
Yes, and that's how I found out about it. Because like I have a strong gay following, like a strong gay following. Like a LGBTQA. Like strong following, and then
would you say that they kind of go overboard? Do they take it too far as far as, like, I don't want to say stalking, but
well, I've had several people make fake accounts on me. Like,
Right.
Okay, so one, I don't have Facebook. I haven't had Facebook since 2018. And people, hey, I thought you got off Facebook. I'm like, I did. I'm like, oh well, what's this? I'm like, that is not me.
Why did you get off Facebook?
So much negativity, honestly. There was a lot of negativity going on, and I just kind of like stepped away from it.
were they body shaming you?
Actually, they were body shaming me, but I mean, at the same time, it's
What? But are you sensitive like that? I mean,
no,
come
like
on,
honestly,
bro.
I used to be real sensitive about it, but not anymore. Like ahorita, I have,
People make fun of me all day long on Facebook. I don't care.
No, I'm gonna do it.
It's
Like,
funny to me.
I don't really care about it anymore because I have 3 titties now, so I don't. It's okay.
Right. Trifecta.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, it was just like a real negative place too. Like like in general.
Why do you think you have such a strong following with the LGBTQ? Is it the nalgas or what, bro?
It's definitely the nalgas.
It has a gravitational pull.
Yes, it does. It has its own gravitational pull.
Yeah.
And the character that I actually portray a lot, like it's very out there. It's very flamboyant. Very like people have questioned me. Like,
Yeah.
Are you gay? Are you bi?
It's like what's the name? Adrian Street, right? Adrian.
Yeah.
He played, and then they had
Or
Gorgeous
Adrian
George.
Adonis.
Gorgeous George is
Gorgeous
actually
George.
the wrestler that kind of
He's the one that
started
said that.
and broke the ice for that type of character,
Yes, he
bro.
did. Yes, he did.
And they were always very popular, bro. They were big heels or people loved them, one or the other.
Oh yeah, man. And like me portraying that character has like gotten me out there so much. Like I've gone to like so many states, and like I haven't been to New York yet, but I know it's in my list to go there because I have a big strong following in that area. And they're like, hey, we have like there's like a big there's like a what's called promotion. I'm trying to remember the name of that promotion, but it's actually a promotion that mainly showcases gay, lesbian, like they all like pretty much like that community there. And they're like, you need to come over here. I'm like, I would love to go there and wrestle.
Are you private about your own sexuality, or do you?
Oh no, I'm like to begin with, I am not gay and I'm not bi. So and
Just throwing it out there.
Yes, I'm just throwing it out there because like I always get asked every single time.
Bro, back when I was growing up, there was a stigma with wrestling, the WWF, that a lot of wrestlers were gay.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember growing up as a kid, and the adults would, some men would tell me, they're all, and then I find out that some of the main guys from the WWE were gay, like Gene Tunney was like he was a commissioner or
Jack
something like
Jack Tunney?
Or Jack Tunney, right?
Jack Tunney,
Jack Tunney, is that the name?
Jack Tunney, yeah.
Jack Tunney, and then there was other.
I didn't know he was gay. The main guy, Jack Tunney?
If I'm not mistaken, I mean, I may be wrong, but I remember rumors growing up that, saying specifically some people involved in the wrestling were actually gay. But then maybe it's because, characters like Adrian Street, right? Or Adrian Adonis, right? What was his name?
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same guy, right?
No, Adrian Adonis was the real fat guy, and Adrian Street had the little ponytails. And he'd go, imagine what I
But wasn't it the same guy?
It was different guys. Adrian Street was from England. Adrian Adonis was from New York.
Orale. All right.
So,
yeah.
you knew that, right, Danny? Do you know old school wrestlers? Or is that before your time?
It was way before my time.
Yeah.
I started watching wrestling when I was about 3. From what I remember this like I have like this mental thought in my head where my dad sat me on his lap watching WrestleMania 3. I wasn't even 3 years yet. I was going to be 3 years that year. But I have that in my mind, or like I have that in my memory of my dad sitting me down watching WrestleMania 3, and I remember that because it was Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant.
It was a big deal.
I remember watching that. I loved Hulk Hogan when I was a little kid.
And that was a big crowd, bro. They all were into it. You had that Ricky Steamboat match with Macho Man.
That was beautiful.
That's one of they say that's probably one of the best, if not the best, match ever in the history of the rest of WWE.
And the way how like the crowd was back then, man, was a lot. It's like different from what it is now. Like now it's nowadays, from what I'm seeing, it's, do fancy moves, do here and there. Back then, it was all, like, psychological. And it was all psychological work, like, big guy versus small guy, hero versus, like, bad guy. And, like, in nowadays wrestling, there are some guys like that. Like, they are, and then there's some guys that are like, oh, let's see who is the most flashiest guy,
Yeah.
And,
well, there's a guy on NWA that his name is... Trevor Murdoch, I think.
oh yes,
yeah,
awesome guy.
And that guy reminds me of
old style.
Old style.
Nothing flashy, just brute and strength, skinny legs, big body, but strong and tall and big.
Yeah, man. And also there's this what's called tag team, FTR. I'm sure you guys have heard of them.
Yep.
They're like one of my favorite tag teams right now, man. They're very old school style, very old school, man. I love their work. They're so amazing. If you ever get a chance to watch them, they're in AEW. They're amazing.
What about the Briscoes?
The Briscoe brothers.
Yeah, the Briscoe brothers.
Have you met them?
ROH?
Have you met them? Yeah, from Ring of Honor. Have you met those guys?
Those guys look good together, bro. They
I never met them personally. I've seen them when I went to San Antonio to go help out with the Oscar Ring crew. I went to go help them out, and they were there. And they're really nice guys. I love their work. I remember watching them back in 2003, 2003, I think, when they had like just broken in. There were a couple of young guys, real scrawny, but like they caught my attention. Like it was them, and then a group back then in Ring of Honor called a SAT, Spanish Announce Team. It was called a Trios guy. It was called Trios Group, and man, like. During that era of ROH, it was just so amazing because it was new, because like back then we were just used to watching WWF at that time, WCW and it was ECW.
Yeah.
So I remember watching ROH, and it's just like, oh my god, this is amazing! Like this is so cool. Like, who are these guys? And it was like
NXT before NXT, wasn't it?
Pretty much. Yes, man, it was amazing.
I wouldn't doubt it if that was probably the the blueprint that that Triple H tried to emulate.
I can definitely see that. I can honestly definitely see that. What's it called? I kind of feel that also old school ECW. Early 90s, mid 90s.
From the bingo hall.
Yes, I think they kind of set that tone. I think they're the ones that kind of, expanded the mind of what do you call it? Wrestling? They were bringing in the WWF was bringing in lucha libre guys doing their stuff. But here it was just like they actually let luchadores do luchador stuff. Like the way how they work over there, they brought them over and they were doing their stuff.
They actually invented like a new genre.
Yes.
In the sense of like, okay, here, like we're pushing the boundaries. Have you wrestled a lot in Mexico? Have you done a lot of...
I can't say a lot, but I've done about 2 handfuls shows in Mexico.
And it's just Reynosa, or how far do you go?
Matamoros, Nuevo Laredo, pretty much all the
border towns.
Fronteras, yes, pretty much throughout like the whole frontera.
And is their style a lucha style, or is it more like American style?
I mean, like, honestly, it has actually evolved. Like, they do lucha stuff, but they're also mixing in their whole, American style wrestling as well. So it's like everything how it is nowadays, everything is all blended. And I honestly think that is amazing. Like, it's really good to learn and to expand your mind, not just focus on like, one style. If you can do different styles of wrestling, you will have it made, and you can work anywhere in the world.
Going back to that NXT, bro, and ROH, NXT, when it first came out, and I mean, it was making an impact, and then they were doing a pay-per-view on Saturday night before the Sunday night pay-per-view, usually at the same venue, same city.
Or a smaller venue,
Or a smaller venue, and it was like everybody. There was a lot of excitement about it. And it seems like ever since AEW came in, it kind of like stole NXT's thunder, right? Or am I wrong? I mean, I haven't been.
You're right. What's it called? It's because the whole NXT, the way like how I see it is they got all of the top independent wrestlers, and that's where they were all at, because like all these top independent wrestlers that were just like doing so like great and amazing out there doing their stuff, they're like working for the Fed, they were like, oh man, they're in WWE, and like everyone said that guys this size and their style would never ever work here ever. So like they were there doing their stuff, and that's where everybody got hooked. Everybody got hooked. So once those guys were there, you know what? Like most of those guys came from a promotion from what I remember them, PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, based out of in California. Like once those guys left, and then also some of them came from what's called ROH as well. And like once those guys got into what's called WWE, there was like like as soon as one guy steps out, another batch will come in, and that's where like once those guys were like already exiting out, especially when Cody Rhodes left, that's when things just started to like shift. That's when things started. That's when I noticed things were like just shifting a lot. Constantly.
Have you ever auditioned or gone to a camp with a big company?
I've done extra talent work. I've done extra talent work for WWE.
And what does that mean? What does that?
Pretty much, whenever they contact you to do extra work, they will have you on standby. They're like, just in case if they need, for you to portray like a security guard or a medic or for something like that.
Right.
A lot of my I guess you could say coworkers, like wrestlers. Here from like Texas, their majority of them are either in WWE or in AEW, and they've all done all that extra talent work, and it's awesome. I'm so happy for them, and I'm so like, oh man, seeing them, like, I'm applauding you all.
Who's your like really close friend that you can say, hey, I saw they're on AEW. That's I know them real well. Like, who?
Thunder Rosa. She's pretty much like my closest, like one of my closest best friend in wrestling.
She was on. She did that was a clip of her on Instagram. I saw it, and she was like, telling off.
Oh yeah,
all the people for not for making fun of the women wrestlers or something like that.
Or racial slur. Didn't somebody say some like a racial slur, and she was defending the wrestler as well, something like that.
But that could be a work too. You never know, right? I mean, it could be a Danny Ramones being in there as you know what I mean, to start shit. Just like Santino Marella.
Oh yeah,
he came in from the crowd and beat the guy.
Yeah,
and
I remember
it was, I don't know, somewhere in France, and that's what it was.
I mean, like nowadays, some like fans don't have a filter. Like they will all just like they will speak their mind. They will see what they have to say. But at the same time, like we have people out there that are killing themselves. Like the performers, they're out there killing themselves, and like you talking trash about them. It's it is tough, like it really is. And Rosa, she's a very outspoken person. If something bothers her, she will tell you to your face. She won't tell you behind your back or nothing like that. Right there and then, she'll like tell you to your face. And I love her for that. She's amazing.
Yeah. No, but I know she's been. Is she with any federation, or is she currently jumping around?
She is
with different federations.
She is in AEW.
Okay, so she's there for good.
She's signed. She's officially signed.
Didn't she have that match where the women were bleeding and all that stuff?
Oh, yes.
I'd never seen anything like that.
Yes, it was against Britt Baker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
It was a hardcore match,
and it was on national television. First time that I've never seen a women's match where like they're bleeding completely all out like that. from what I can remember.
Let's go to the chat zone. Shout outs and questions. We got Felicia. She handles that, and it's brought to you by Roadies Country Fried Chicken, ladies and gentlemen. Old-fashioned country cooking since 1985. 36 years of serving Eagle Pass with delicious fried chicken and all the sides. And fish and shrimp, hot dogs, chicken fried steak. If you've never been there, you got to be there. If you're the type that likes to go and hit Kickapoo, you got to get off the reservation and head on over there and just have a great meal and then go back on and try your luck at the slot machines. But they're located 1910 El Indio Highway, not too far from there. The fastest drive-through in Texas, so it won't take you too much time to wait around, and you can call in your order at 830-773-9189, all right? 773-9189, and you give them a call, man, and they're one of the best. And we're thinking of going over there April 9th. Rick said that they're having a pro bull riding event. Or a rodeo event. So we're thinking of going up there and checking it out. Of course, we have his brother who passed away in a bull riding event. We have him back here. He gave us a picture personally, and we appreciate you, Rick. And we're hoping to make it out there April 9th. We'll let you know more details as we find them out, all right? All right, so what do we got, Fish?
Yeah, we've got everybody in the chat zone. Chris Marie Hudson, Dario Puig, Carmen Benavides, Noe Garza. We actually have a question from Senor Rudo. He wants to know what happened to Wrestling Revolution and the shows at Cine El Rey.
What's up with that?
All right, okay. All right, I'll just say it. So with Wrestling Revolution, when it had first started, it was me and my three other, friends, Sergio, Jovan, and what do you call it? Willie. Like it was us four that had started, and like within time, like we were able to get to Cena and do like Wrestling Revolution. Slowly, like we all started to like do our own thing. So once, because I had stopped doing Wrestling Revolution for a good long while, and because I was just focusing on myself, doing outside shows, and stuff like that. So Wrestling Revolution got handed over to one of my other close friends, Danny Chance. So we were doing those shows now at Brewsome, and I guess like before the end of the year,
Brewsome is a bar, an outdoor bar
it's an outdoor
venue,
bar.
and it's on 10th Street.
Yes, right
and
next to Shipley's Donuts.
Yeah, and Cine El Rey, Cine El Rey was in downtown, and that had pretty much been already solidified. Every Friday night, expect a wrestling show with Wrestling Revolution. Yes. What was the reason you all got out of Cine El Rey, bro?
And you were saying, so Danny Chance was running it, correct?
Yes.
And then?
So the pandemic happened, and then of course Cena had shut down. So like during that time, like Danny found, we found a place to do shows, and it was going to be here at Brewsome. So they started doing shows there at Brewsome, and and like before like the year ended, the other two original owners, they wanted the name, they wanted to retire the name, and like everybody down here knows about Wrestling Revolution, and they're like that's where wrestling from. If you talk about wrestling, like Wrestling Revolution,
It was a brand already.
Yeah, it was already a brand. So they wanted to retire the brand, and it was a little upsetting. I'm not gonna lie. It was.
Well, you got to start from the ground up next time if you try something else.
So that happened. So they pretty much took the name. They pretty much shut it down. And then Danny, since he has his own wrestling school, which I actually help coach, wrestling school, which is New Breed School of Wrestling.
Where is that at?
It is in McAllen, next to the post office, right behind Subway. If you guys go to our Instagram, it should be New Breed School of Pro Wrestling.
There's some warehouses back there.
On Pecan? Is it on Pecan?
There's an oil change place up there, right?
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, they're actually our neighbors. So. But so yeah, that's what happened to Wrestling Revolution. Wrestling Revolution, pretty much the original owners, they wanted it back and they wanted to shut it down. And so that happened, and then Danny pretty much took over.
But what was the reason to shut it down? I mean, it was a name brand. It was one of the innovators in wrestling here in the Rio Grande Valley.
What was their argument?
The consistency.
What did they tell you?
The way it took a while to build it up, and you did. I mean, why would they want to destroy that?
Man, I don't know the exact fine details, honestly. Like I don't know like the fine exact details, and I wish I had Danny here because he's the one that knows.
But
everything.
didn't anybody ask, like, hey, why do you want to give it up? Let's just, maybe we'll do a show, we'll cut down on the shows and keep it going, 2-3 events a year, but still under the name, because it's, it's branded. It's already branded,
Man, you know what? I want to get Danny on the phone. I'm just kidding. Can I make a call, please?
Where's your cell phone, man? Put him on speaker. Let's see when.
You want me to?
I don't know. What do you think?
No. It's just little. But the question is: so is there a new? Is there a new company?
It is.
What is it called?
There's a new company. It's New Breed Pro Wrestling.
Hey, I wanted to know the lowdown. What's wrong with you all? Like, you all usually want to know every single thing that's happening.
I said call him. I was already giving you this one.
Who's Chaz is telling? Who wants them to call? Raise your hand. Fish.
Okay, go for it.
Fish.
I'm sure Dario Puig is on the edge of his seat.
Oh man, he will be like the.
No, he's just rewinding the nalga part all night. That's what he
Fish is
is.
there, like, oh man, look at that.
He's
bounce.
got it on pause
Look
there.
at that bounce.
Let's see if he answers.
Yeah, let's see if he answers. Danny Chance. We're gonna see. This is off the cuff, ladies and gentlemen. We don't even know if Danny's listening right now, but we're gonna get down to see what happened with this wrestling revolution, because it was very. You could put it on the microphone and you'll be able to hear him on your headphones. There we go.
Ringing.
Let's see if he answers.
They're probably doing training right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What up, Juice?
Hey brother, how's it going? You are live right now on the radio.
What up, guys? How's it doing? How's it going?
Good. It's not the radio. It's YouTube. We're on YouTube.
Sorry, I always say radio. I see microphone radio. Sorry about
Hashtag
that.
PVT, man. What's up, Danny Chance? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I could barely hear you guys here at the facility. We got bad service out here, but we're doing good. We're still training right now. We'll be done in about 45 minutes.
All right. Hey, Danny. Okay, so someone asked what happened to Wrestling Revolution, and they want the details. Like the details. I mean, like if it's going to get dirty, just say the details.
What was the reason,
For the brand name.
What was the reason why Wrestling Revolution shut down?
Well, a lot of the old timers, guys like Danny Ramones, guys like Joe Dan, Dante, Vermin, all of them, they're on their way out, and they have their families, they have their kids, they have their real life jobs, and they're pretty much passing the torch to New Breed. And after a while, I said, why are we doing New Breed School of Wrestling and not like a New Breed promotion, So I got mixed messages on the WR account asking, like, well, who's trading this, or what's going on? How come it's different? We just decided if we just bought out the dang company, make it our own, buy the ring and everything falls underneath one umbrella. And so that's pretty much what happened.
And did they, like, you could tell them, like, what happened, like, them asking for it back. Like, pretty much they wanted it to shut it down.
Yes. But we came to negotiations, obviously, and we bought the ring and everything, that comes with it.
Okay.
Well, it would have been cool to keep the name, but you're building up New Breed, and that's a brand new brand that you're working on, and good luck. I mean, it should work if you've got the talent, available to, wrestle for that federation.
Thank you very much. In and out. I heard very little, but thank you very much. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right.
RocknRollJames. Yeah, I'm here with Chris Austin.
Oh, hey, Chris. We got to call Chris back on the show, man. Yeah. All right, man. Danny Chance, thank you so much, bro. Thanks for answering. Say hi to Chris. We're going to call him up and bring him on the show, all right?
Sure, sounds good.
All right. Órale, esto. Yeah.
One thing that's in the wrestling communities, don't you? There's a lot of politics, right? I mean,
yes,
and you wouldn't think, these are little, independents. Does one try and blackball you from the other? Like, hey, Danny, if you go wrestle with him, you're done with us. Do you get a lot of that?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. It happens everywhere, no matter where you go. Like, and unfortunately, it does happen down here, because there are other, promotions down here. And, like sometimes like the bookings will get in the way, and it's like, oh, well, you started here with us, so you work here with us. And there's some that are like don't go with them, or like because of, certain like blah, 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 or whatever, like
jealousy and pettiness. And
and then also, and it happens a lot in San Antonio as well. And I can see why they would do that, because it's like, let's say, for example, let's say you wrestle for this one promotion, you know, and let's say they charge like, you know, $10 to get inside. And then you go wrestle for another promotion that charges $2 to get inside. Like, are they going to want to pay the $5 to see you here or the $2 to see you over there? And then it's going to cause them to go to that promotion over there instead of this one here. So that's why they, like, a lot of the politics came, it's like they just want you exclusive, you know?
Well, it's like having a band. I mean, with the band, if we're going to play at a bar in McAllen on a Saturday, we're not going to play at another bar in McAllen on a Friday. You know what I mean? We're going to try to, you know, not compete with ourselves, you know, even though it might be across town, you know, but McAllen's a small town. But that's basically the kind of deals we have, right, babe? When we do a contract, you know, we had some people tell us, hey, we want you to play at this festival, but we don't want you to play in the area for, you know, 30 days before or after. Yeah. And I said, no, okay, it's cool, you know, and we'll do it there. And we'll go play somewhere else, some other town. But I can see where that could be a little issue, you know. It takes away, it waters down the crowd. I mean, it spreads them out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it does. It really does, you know. But also another thing is that when you wrestle for like certain promotions, it's like let's say, for example, you'll wrestle for like one promotion and it's like you wrestle the same guys over and over, you know. But at the same time, if you really want to expand like your whole mind, if you want to expand your experience, you know, like it's good to venture out of state, you know. But then there's some guys that cannot go out of state, so there's other promotions that bring other, you know, wrestlers from out of state, or, you know, and then they'll wrestle them and then you'll learn from them too, you know.
Yeah, sort of like Brian Cage when he comes down. They bring him down. Thunder Rosa, she comes down, and there's been other wrestlers that come down, right? Those Vikings, remember those big Vikings?
Oh my God, yeah,
remember?
Yeah,
and they were like from Austin or Dallas or something. So, you know, but it's cool, man. What have you been up to? I mean, what's up with you? You got some matches coming up? Anything like that?
Yes, I actually have a match this Sunday for New Breed Pro Wrestling. It's going to be at Brewsome.
Okay.
It's going to be this Sunday. And then I do have Mania weekend. You know, I will be up in that area.
Arlington.
Yes, sir.
When is WrestleMania?
April. Well, WrestleMania is on April 3rd. I think it's April 3rd.
What match are you looking forward to seeing at WrestleMania? I mean, I remember we used to have a hard time deciding what match to watch. I mean, or what match was going to be the one we're looking out for. And now it's like, I don't even know what the hell's going on.
It's a 2-night event now. They split it up. And what are you going to be doing there, by the way?
Wrestling, brother.
There you go. Okay.
But so there's WrestleMania weekend, and then also there's another promotion down here, Texas Wrestling League. They're having
TWL.
Yes, they're having their final show.
It's April.
Yes, no, in I think it's April. Yes,
So I'm one of this. PVT's a sponsor.
Yes, so we're gonna be. That's gonna be the last show that they're gonna be having here.
Yeah.
Would you ever run a company? Do you think you'd be good at it? Would you like to do that?
Man, when I was at Wrestling Revolution, it was a bit chaotic. I'm not gonna lie, it was chaotic.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah, it is. It really is. You know, and oh man, like if you are gonna run a company, I would recommend having like crew. Like one guy focuses on the storylines, the other guy focuses on the setting up the venue.
One guy has to do all of that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it is chaotic.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
And then you have to perform. And then after the performance, and then if there's any type of fire going on during the event, you got to go and turn it off, and then somebody gets injured. I mean, there's so many dynamics that can change the night. And I can imagine how stressful it could be.
Oh, yeah, man. And I give major props to Cody Rhodes, because when AEW first started off, he was doing all that, like it was not just him, but I mean, it's like he was doing a lot of the stuff. So I give him major credit for that.
Yeah, he was wearing a lot of different hats, and then he was the star, right?
Yep. Oh yeah. So it's a lot to run a promotion. It really is.
But Cody Rhodes grew up watching that with his dad. His dad would handle everything. That is awesome. Dusty Rhodes, man.
And actually, I got to meet Cody Rhodes. I remember it was in Corpus. He had just gone released from WWE. His whole 90-day no wrestling. I think in Corpus, I can't remember if it was his third show after that expired already. So he was doing his third show there, and I got to talk to him. Him and I like geeked out because him and I are big Star Wars fans. So he's like a big Star Wars fanatic. So him and I were just going off talking about Star Wars this, Star Wars that. What did we think about the new movies? And the old ones and then the prequels, and it's like he's an awesome guy, down to earth guy to talk to.
Yeah, man, I'm interested in seeing where WWF is going, because I think right now the federation that's getting the most attention is it AEW.
Yeah.
And then do you still have? I was wondering about this. Does the WWE network still exist? I had it when it first started, and everybody was on like 1 million downloads for the WWE network, and it was $10 a month. And I was like, 1 million downloads at $10 a month. That's $10 million a month these guys are making. But it seems like, I don't know. I mean, I haven't had it in a long time, bro. I mean, I just stopped paying on it.
It's through the Peacock app now, from what I believe. It's through like the whole Peacock app that you get to watch the shows and stuff like that. And then if you also have cable, you can watch it through the USA Network.
Well, it's been on the Sci-Fi Channel lately because of the I guess the Olympics or something's going on. I don't know what it is, but I mean, I don't know where WWE is headed. Or
well,
they had their lowest viewership, like 1,300,000. It was like the lowest ever, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, man, whenever I log into my Twitter back then, it used to be all WWE, and now all I see is AEW. That's all I see, a bunch of AEW, and I actually see more independent promotions pop up through all my actual timeline. Because like for like my whole Twitter, it's all wrestling. It's wrestling and astrology. So that's all that pops up on there.
Puro, tienes el Twitter de Carlos Mercado, ¿cómo se llama?
Walter.
Carlos
Los
Mercado.
Leos esta semana.
Carlos Mercado, what the hell am I talking?
Mucho amor, brother.
Yeah. And then, bro, so you've got all that wrestling going on, and AEW is basically the one that comes out the most.
Yeah, AEW, and then like a lot of independent promotions, like pop up. There's local wrestling that is based off in what do you call it? Houston. Like they pop out a lot to my timeline. Game Changer Wrestling, boom, they pop out. MLW, they pop out a lot, and then like those independent promotions pop out more through like my whole Twitter instead of like WWE. And and that's because I have like people that I know, people that I've wrestled that are in WWE, so it's like, man, I'm just happy that I'm getting pure wrestling, but I want to see like more WWE stuff there too, because I want to support my the people I've worked with and stuff like that.
Who do you know that's in WWE right now?
Ray Rowe, Rachel or Victoria. She's from here. Oh man, I can.
Oh, she's the daughter of Desperado.
Oh yeah, she's from San Antonio.
Yeah.
Rick Rodriguez, I think is his name.
Yeah.
I love her dad. Her dad is awesome. The first time I ever met him was in Kingsville. She was super green. She was I can't remember who she was wrestling, but after I was done with my match, her dad came up to me. He's like, "Oh man, I love your work, brother. Like, you are great. How long you've been wrestling, this and that." And him and I, we just started talking.
Rick.
Yes, and then when we I bumped into them again in Laredo, and oh man, it was great, man. I love her dad. Her dad is awesome.
He was actually the first guy Shawn Michaels went to become the star, name and face of his TWA.
Oh, nice.
When he got out of the WWE and started the Texas Wrestling Alliance with Jose Lothario back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
It must have been like 96, 97 after he got hurt, right?
They came to wrestle the Harlingen.
I was there.
And they brought Tiger Ali Singh. You remember that guy?
Yes, I do.
And they were here, and Shawn Michaels had a KIWW sticker, Puro Tejano. And so they would come down here, and but real quick, going back to Cody Rhodes.
Well, before you go there, man, Shawn Michaels bitched me out.
Oh,
I mean, he fucking told me off, dude. They're in that because they hired me to DJ, and I was playing music, and so I had some friends, and they were like ringside in Hawaiian shirts, like the ECW guys that are always in the front. They had the Hawaiian shirts and straw hats, and so I started saying, "How many you want to check out ECW and how many in the W?" So I was naming federations on the microphone, and the crowd was going rowdy, right? So then I go to the back room, where the dressing room, and Sean comes straight up to me. "Hey man, don't you ever fucking start talking about other federations in our shows." I'm like, hey, bro, sorry, bro. I was trying to rally the crowd up. No, that's disrespectful to all the guys and all this. And órale, está bueno que no me agüite todo, bro. Pinche Shawn Michaels me cantó.
You're lucky he didn't give you a sweet chin music.
He probably wanted to do that.
Probably, man.
But, you know, I was just excited. I was an ECW fan back then, bro. So that's actually what happened. So Rick Rodriguez was the Desperado. That was his star guy that night. And he actually was giving you some great props, man. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it like I love it. It's awesome, man. I love talking to your dad. So every once in a while, I haven't bumped into him in so long already. Actually, it was a little bit before Rachel went to NXT or like before she got signed.
Yeah, and you were going to say something before.
No, all I was going to say is Cody Rhodes, who started AEW, he's going back to the WWE.
Really?
Yeah, he is. For whatever reason, he feel like, okay, he's done what he did at AEW, and now he's going back to the WWE, and it should be happening within a month or so.
That's a good way to stay fresh and
relevant.
relevant.
It is, you got to keep reinventing yourself, and so hats off to him for not staying, as you were saying, stagnant.
Yeah.
In one area.
I mean, that can be an opportunity to, like WWE already kind of opened the forbidden door already with those Mickey James. They actually allowed another promotion to
Impact.
Impact. She's their champion. Then they allowed her to come out, to her music and with the belt, and they even put on there, like Impact.
And so she did well in the Royal Rumble. She threw out a couple of people, and so it was a big deal.
I mean, it can possibly lead to that, to where Cody Rhodes will bring in, I'll bring these guys over here.
Yeah, because they fired him before, right? They fired him, and that's how he ended up going to the other federations and going back to keeping it fresh. Back in the day, that's the way they would do it. They would go from federation of territory to territory. Because you don't want the product to become stale in one area, and then you do your job there. You do your programs, and then you go to the Texas, territory. Then you go up to Oregon, and you go. So that's the way it was to keep it fresh, like you were saying, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that you've traveled a lot, which is a territory that you can really say, you know what, I like what they're doing at that town or that city or that federation. Which one do you really like?
Oh, man. I honestly really love Louisiana, because there's actually several promotions up there. And I love the, Louisiana area. I think Louisiana would probably, if I was to move to another state for wrestling, like if I was in like the whole territory wrestling, and if Louisiana had like a promotion there, to wrestle like back in the time, I would definitely do Louisiana. It's one of my favorite places to wrestle. I love it.
Right.
And it's cool because like on the north side, I'm a heel, south side, I'm a baby.
You get to do both.
Yes.
You like being the baby or the heel better?
I feel that, oh man, that is tough, because everybody always asks me that, because they're like, man, I love when you do heel work, because you just like, like it's something different that we're not used to seeing, and whenever I actually do baby, I feel that I know what I got to do to get this crowd going, but at the same time, like whenever I'm doing heel, it's like, I kind of know like the small little things to do to get this crowd going as well. It all, like, I guess it all actually depends, but depends on the places that I'm wrestling at. Like if I'm wrestling like in Austin, like I love being a heel in Austin, man. I love it.
I would too. I'd be a heel in Austin. It's a liberal city, man. All you gotta do is tell them all off, bro. Isn't it like a woke town now or something like that, man? It doesn't take hard to hit their sensitive side.
Actually, a place that really College Station. If you ever wrestle in College Station, the moment you mention UT, oh my God, you'll never hear the end of it, man. Never hear the end of it. So that's
I'm gonna go wrestle somewhere where there's a real college, a real university, the University of Texas. Boo, right? Yeah, that's all you gotta do, man. And they do that. Some guys will go into Pittsburgh and say, they'll say the not the Steelers, but
they'll be like, I want to talk about a real team. The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, man. You mentioned the Cowboys anywhere, they'll boo you.
Yeah.
All right, Felicia, do we have any more questions or any? Senor Rudo, man, thanks for that question, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Emilio Garcia, he wants to know what you think of UFC.
What I think of UFC?
Yeah.
I haven't watched UFC in quite a while, but I remember back in the early 2000s, like I was all obsessed about UFC, man. I loved it. I loved UFC. I haven't caught up with it recently. So I don't know what is going on. But I love the UFC. I love MMA. It's a full combat sport. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And we have Tejano Historian. He asked, who was the wrestler from El Paso that would ride in a lowrider?
That was Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? What was the thing he had?
Light, cheat, and steal.
Yeah, light, cheat, and steal.
Lie, cheat, and
Yeah.
steal. Yeah, I remember that.
I love Eddie. Oh.
Yeah. All right, man. Danny Ramones, man. And we call him Juicy around here, man. Juicy Ramone.
The juicy one.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Chaz's Collectible. Yeah. And people have been saying, what happened to Chaz's Collectible?
Carmen was asking. She was like, is Chaz going to show his collectible?
Thank you, Carmen.
It's brought to you by Joe's Master Service Center, proudly serving the local Edinburgh area, Texas area for over 50 years. That guy's still doing it, and it's 50 years because his dad was the one who started, and he still hangs out there with him. When you go talk to Joe, you're going to talk to Joe. He's going to be there. He's the one that's going to look at your vehicle. He's the one that's going to tell you what it needs. He's the one that's going to tell you what it'll take to fix it, or what he'll have to do, what kind of tires you need. He understands that getting your car fixed or buying new tires can be overwhelming as well. So he's got a large selection of tires. You can go to joesmaster.com and shop around, make an appointment. That way, when you get there, you're already ready to go in and out. You don't have to wait around too long. If you make an appointment on his website for an oil change, boom, you get there, you get it done, and it's done. So let Joe help you choose from a large selection of tires, and he takes pride in being number one in auto repair. So make sure to give him a call, 956-383-1882. He responds, and he'll earn your business. And like I said, you go to Joe's Master Service Center, you talk to Joe. Brotherhood. He'll be here on the first Wednesday of March. He'll be hanging out with us, and we'll be talking to him, man, see what it's up to. Chaz, what do you got, brother?
So let's talk about this week's collectible on Chaz's Collectible. And Riley, so let's go ahead and show the very first photo there. And I want to talk about these guys here. Go ahead and have.
Was there some music that you needed? No.
Oh yes, the Marcells.
Yeah,
the Marcells.
Yeah.
So is a picture up there, Riley? So here we see two gentlemen, and the gentleman in the background with the played after when we bring up the poster. So the guy in the background with the beard, that's John Landis. He did Animal House, and then he did the Blues Brothers, and then for some reason he decided he wanted to do a werewolf movie. So there with him is actor David Naughton. Now, this guy, David Naughton, he was kind of a low-grade celebrity.
Yeah.
If you remember, he was on a campaign for Dr. Pepper. Riley, let's go ahead and cue up the Dr. Pepper commercial. And
I drink Dr. Pepper and I'm proud. I'm part of an original crowd. And if you look around these days, there seems to be a Dr. Pepper craze. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper. If you drink Dr. Pepper, you're a pepper too. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Be a pepper, drink.
so that was David Naughton. You remember those commercials, right? Right? They were like all over the place. So he was known for that. And then he got cast in the movie, An American Werewolf in London. So let's show the picture, Riley. The first one where he's lying down on the floor. And
that's a wicked scene, dude.
It is a wicked scene. That transformation kind of broke movie history.
Yeah.
Because you never really saw a guy literally turn into a werewolf. So his body there is a prosthetic, and only his head is.
And there wasn't too much, if any, digital stuff.
No, that wasn't even a thing back then.
This was like makeup and camera work and all kinds of
prosthetics.
Yeah, dude.
And then the
makeup.
A lot of makeup. Riley, let's show the snout one. And then we see his snout kind of protruding. And then finally, the famous one is where his hand becomes elongated.
Yeah.
So
my gosh.
he went from Dr. Pepper spokesman to turning into a werewolf in front of the whole country.
Yeah.
Let's show that commercial of the movie.
Take it from Wolfman Jack, the critics and I agree. This is the most outrageous horror film that you'll ever see because David is having the most frightening nightmares of his life.
I think I did some terrible things last night, things I can't remember.
It may have been someone he ate. From the director of Animal House, a different kind of animal. An American Werewolf in London, rated R.
Now playing in a selected theater near you.
All right, so circa 1981, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite movies of all time. And here is the poster that I ordered and laminated. It is An American Werewolf in London.
Oh.
And Fish, have you seen this movie?
I have never seen it. I was freaking out with the video, the pictures I just saw of him lying on the floor, all hairy.
This is this I would probably say is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really?
And I've been obsessed with it for years. Hey, Rock, do you remember when that guy would come out and he was all dead? Like he was a rotting corpse.
Yeah, he was a rotting corpse. I remember that.
That's not the same guy?
No, it's two different guys.
They look alike.
This is his best friend.
They look like twins.
And he was slaughtered by a werewolf, and he becomes
give it away.
Well, no.
You know how you can tell them apart?
How's that?
The unibrow, dude. The guy on the left has a unibrow.
The unit does have. He's already pre-werewolf.
Yeah.
And the graphics are great. It's almost a perfect movie. It was filmed in London, in their version of like Manhattan.
Yeah.
Like in the busy part of the city of London. And one of my favorite movies of all time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Chaz's
Collectible!
All right. So let me get this ready.
Well, Danny, it's been fun and games. You had a good time, right?
Oh, always.
All right, that's good. But now we're going to change the mood a little bit, all right? Because now it's time to test your mental astuteness.
Oh, man, I was already getting ready to, stand up and, I guess I'll take these off and take this off.
Well, that's after. We're talking about your mental acuity.
We don't want you to get Dario Puig any more excited than he already is. He's probably on the floor.
Bro, this music is making my nalga sweat, man. What's going on?
It has that effect on everyone. It's a nalga sweater, if you will.
All right, so before we go on, ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind everybody to like, subscribe, and share, okay? Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. It helps us out a lot.
Somebody on the chat was also asking about T-shirts. So
we've got T-shirts.
Yes.
We've got the ASUSTAME one-time T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
We have the TLOSICO T-shirt. We have the TETERA Tuesday T-shirt, which will be returning with TETERA Tuesday in summer. We'll give you more details about that. And that's going to be just music. We're going to be jamming pura música con madre para prender el bote y prenderte el bote TETERA Tuesday style. Okay, so I know. Billy Mendoza's been going through some withdrawals. So we're going to be taking care of that. We're going to give you your fix, Billy, okay? So April 2nd, we have Joe's Master Service Brotherhood is going to be here with us. And then, March 2nd. I'm sorry, I put April 2nd here. March 2nd. March 3rd, we have Johnny O and Frankie G, South Texas radio DJs now. Johnny O is one of the program directors that had to fire me one time. So
did he do it just once? I thought he did it a couple of times.
He only got the ability to fire me once, and it wasn't because he was a hater or anything like that. We'll talk about it when he comes here. It'll be very interesting. Then on March 5th, we're gonna have Chingo Bling here with us. Okay, that's on a Saturday, and it's gonna be probably like in the afternoon at 3 p.m. because he's got a show that night at Cine El Rey, okay? So he's going to come in the morning, and then he's going to go have lunch. Then we're going to come and do the show at 3 o'clock p.m. on Saturday, March 5th, and you'll be able to ask questions and do all kinds of stuff, okay? And we're going to do something special as well. He's giving us a VIP package to give away, okay? So Chingo Bling is going to be here on #PVT. March 10th. Oh, okay. And then we'll tell you who's coming up after that later, right? But man, we got Jesse Turner, Lucky Joe. We got so many artists coming in. But Chingo Bling's really going to be awesome to have on.
Yeah,
and
he's pretty good.
We might have Raymond Horta on the same day with him. So it might be us three.
Man.
Yeah. And these guys have been going through some social media suppression, because of their views and because of, their politics and stuff. So this is what we got, folks. I got this game. It's called
Oh my goodness.
I wish I didn't know.
I Wish I Didn't Know.
Now this is an exclusive. We've never done this.
So what I'm gonna do is let's just try a question. Who wants to do it? Who wants to take the question?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
You'll take it, Fish?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta put my cheaters on here because these are very. We just bought this where, babe? The Walmart thing?
Yeah, I think, Walmart.
So you got 60 seconds, Fish.
Okay. Let's do this.
When you were a kid, did you take stale bread down to the pond to feed the ducks? If yes, you could have been slowly killing them because A, mold on bread is toxic to ducks. B, eating bread fills ducks up, causing them to ignore food with nutritional value. C, ducklings who eat bread develop a condition that leaves them unable to fly. Or D, all of the above.
D.
D, all of the above?
Mm-hmm.
All of the above?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It was it was B, right?
Yeah.
It was
Eating
B.
bread fills ducks up,
Yeah.
causing them to
And
ignore
they
food with
can't
nutritional.
fly.
Yeah.
I was gonna,
Just like humans.
Yeah, actually, the best thing to give ducks when you go to and I know this because I go to, I take my kids to Fireman's Park and there's ducks there.
Right, Sherryland High School, right?
No. Fireman's Park is the one that's on next to the university draft. That's on.
University Draft House.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
that one.
An old lady 3.
Yeah, and also the one that's over there by
Sherryland
too.
A lot of ducks, yeah.
And so you have to I always take oats. I always take oats. Like oats is actually a lot better to give them than actual bread. So,
All right. Got a duck enthusiast here with us.
True.
Okay, and then I've got
Oh my goodness.
this one. Buzzword. Okay. Who wants to try this one?
I think Charlie wants to try that one.
Charlie?
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
The answer is oats. Go ahead.
Okay. You know what? Let me try this one later because it's got some.
Can you read it? Is it too small? The print?
Does it have bad words?
He can't see that well.
Okay, so the word is little. Okay.
Okay.
Arkansas capital.
Little Rock?
Okay. She lost her sheep.
Little Bo Peep?
As the song goes, thank heaven for.
5, 4, 3.
Little sphincters. I don't know.
Little girls. All right. The big bad wolf impersonated her grandmother.
can I say this one?
Go ahead.
Little Red Riding Hood.
You're right. Alfalfa, buckwheat, Spanky, and friends.
Little Rascals.
A man-eating plant lived here.
It's a little
Shop of Horrors.
You're right. That's right. One of Robin Hood's gang.
Robin Hood. Oh, Little John.
Yeah, there you go.
Also a porn actor.
Ursa Minor's better known name.
Who?
Ursa Minor's.
Oh my goodness.
Little Dipper.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
And
Mr.
I should've
Astrology.
known, I know.
Mr.
What?
Astrology.
¿Qué pasó ahí, bro? Hey.
Hey, dime algo de los de como cáncer y líos y todo eso, sí te lo digo.
Louisa May Alcott's novel.
Little Women.
Yeah.
So you're getting harder.
Talking Mouse movie.
Oh, I know that one.
Stuart Little.
Yeah.
Yes, we're little. Okay, there you go. So that's basically what this game is. I give you the word, then I give you those questions, and you have to.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's a cool drinking game right
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Man.
It is, yeah.
And then we have 80s, 90s, thousands, and 2000s. So which ones do you want to? Which one do you? This
You
is.
have a selection.
There's $460 in the pot. If you can answer 10, you win the money, and we'll cash app it to you immediately. Okay? So what would you like to do? Would you like the I wish I didn't know? Okay? Would you like buzzword? Would you like 80s trivia, 90s trivia, 2000 trivia, or 2010s trivia? Hey, we're giving them a selection page, right?
A variety. Where is your knowledge base the best?
Yeah.
Or are we saying San Benito more better?
Oh my goodness.
Wish I didn't know.
Wish I didn't know?
Only because it's multiple choice.
There's a lot.
All right, you got to do 10, though.
In a row.
Are we timing him?
Yeah,
Does it want to time? All right,
All right,
let me get the
ladies and
timer.
gentlemen.
Oh, that first one.
All right, so we don't
That was me.
we don't have a sponsor for this contest, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be the sponsor,
Fish.
yeah, you can call us at 956-641-3241. We've got a great deal that, your business or your product can be exposed to thousands and thousands of people on this show. Okay, so give us a call, right? And it would be, I wish I didn't know, brought to you by,
Right.
So here we go.
Pokey's Planet.
Question number 1. And I'm really rooting for you. Okay, I want you to win because $460 is great.
Okay. My eye is twitching. It's like.
Did you burp?
No, I cleared my throat.
Oh, okay.
You'd hear me burp, right, babe?
Yes,
I burp
loud.
super loud, dude.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's hope this is refundable. In 2011, a woman paid $10,000 for A, the Brooklyn Bridge, B, a timeshare on the moon, C, invisible artwork, or D, 100 bacon-scented candles. In 2011, a woman paid $10,000 for A, the Brooklyn Bridge, B, a timeshare on the moon, C, invisible artwork, or D, 100 bacon-scented candles.
I think it was invisible artwork.
Okay, so C is your answer?
Yeah.
Final answer?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, all right.
That was difficult.
I was gonna say bacon candles.
I wanted to say bacon candles too.
It just sounded out there like that.
I just like saying bacon candle.
Here we go. Question number 2. The Great Nippolini is a performer who makes a living demonstrating the power of his mighty nipples. Each nipple can lift over A, 25 pounds, B, 52 pounds, C, 11 pounds, or D, 70 pounds. The Great Nippolini is a performer who makes a living demonstrating the power of his mighty nipples. Each nipple can lift over A, 25 pounds, B, 52 pounds, C, 11 pounds, or D, 70 pounds.
I want to say it's D, 70 pounds.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Awesome.
The Great Nippolini, also known as Danny Chance.
That'd be a great wrestler, right? A great wrestling
And that's
name.
his finishing move.
The Great
All right.
Nippolini.
We're at number 3. When a beautiful butterfly lands on your arm, the insect isn't looking to make nice. Butterflies are known to A, drink sweat and blood, B, take a tiny crap on people, C, want to mate, or D, want to murder. When a beautiful butterfly lands on your arm, the insect isn't looking to make nice. Butterflies are known to A, drink sweat and blood, B, take a tiny crap on people, C, want a mate, or D, want to murder.
I'm stuck between.
Into the mic, please, so we can hear your answer.
I'm stuck between B and C.
Okay, how many seconds does he have?
You got 20.
Okay.
Because I mean, like, I can kind of something so beautiful want to take a dump on you. So it's. I would say C.
C, want to mate?
mate.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay.
I knew it.
Oh, no.
Yay.
What was it?
Drink sweat and blood.
You did well. That was very difficult.
At least you got the Nippolini question.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the Nippolini. I knew he was going to get that one.
Well, the only reason why I know is because of anatomy. I think your body, your skin can only take up to, how much was it? Like 100. I think it's 100 and some. I forgot how much it was exactly. 100 and some pounds before it rips.
I used to see a guy that did that. His name was called Mr. Lifto. He was part of the Jim Rose Circus Sideshow back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
It was like a freak show that came out of Seattle during the grunge, and they were at all the Lollapalooza tours. And it's where they got famous. They had a guy, Mr. Lifto. They had a guy named the Enigma that was tattooed like a jigsaw puzzle, was a sword swallower and maggot eater. And then they had a guy named Matt the Tube Crowley. And this guy would stick a tube into his nose all the way in his stomach, and it had like a big old mug, and he would dump a quart of beer, Pepto-Bismol, ketchup, chocolate syrup, and they'd pump it into his stomach through his nose. And then they'd suck it all back out.
Wow.
And then they'd have bile beer. They would have bile beer. And people would come from the audience
to drink it.
To drink bile beer. They were, you know.
Sounds like a Gigi Allen show. Almost.
Dude, you can see it on YouTube.
What
you should
is
look
bile?
at
Well, never mind.
Bile is the stuff that your body, your stomach
bile
produces.
beer?
Bile beer, because they pull it back out with bile in it. And people were drinking that. That stuff wouldn't happen.
That's that's gross.
So let me see. Let me get
so disgusting.
Yeah. So but why was I even talking about that guy? I forgot.
Because
the nipples.
Oh, the nipple.
The
Oh yeah,
juicy
they had
one.
Mr. Lifto.
Right, yeah, pressure
Yeah,
on the.
They had Mr. Lifto. Hold on. Let me see. Let me try to get this. All right, here we go.
So we're at 470 now.
At 470.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, I think we are. So let's get this one going on right here. Well, that's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we all had a good time. And any shout outs you'd like to make? I know your brother is in San Antonio, right?
Yeah, San Antonio.
What's your brother's name? Salúdale, mándale un saludo a tu brother.
I will. Tony, I miss you, bro. Come
Tony
back
P.
home. No, actually, man, my mom was telling me, she's like, hey, so I see you're going to be with RocknRollJames. I'm like, yeah. You know, y ella como se pone, me and his mom would always go out, you know, like we would go to here and there. We did pageants together. I'm like, okay, I'll mention that.
Your mom does the pageant too, bro?
Yeah, she did the pageant too.
Man,
I think, yeah, she's done them. I think like 2 or 3.
The Miss Senior pageant or what?
Yes.
Dude, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom got involved and she asked, mijo, I told the lady maybe you could MC, and I was like, okay. So, you know, I want to support my mom 100%. You know what I mean? So I went and MC'd the show, and I tore the place down, man. Right, babe?
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
I had everybody
it was
crack
so
it
much
up.
fun.
I was
It
making
so much fun.
Yeah, and they would have this special part where they do talent. Right?
That's what she told me, the dancing.
Yeah, my mom was doing the nay.
Yeah.
We have video of that. I'll see if I can put it on, but she was doing the nay on one of them. But I'd always throw in that after the color commentary that would make people crack up, dude. But I had
What was your mom's talent?
Man, she would dance to. She thinks she would dance to Camila Caballo. I think like one of her songs. It was like dancing. Like my mom has always been like a dancer.
My mom too, dude.
Yeah, that's what my mom mentioned. She's like, me and her, we just love to dance. Siempre se andaban a los esos bailes y todo.
Yeah.
And my mom would always talk about the 70s when like the whole disco era. She would always talk about those times. I'm like, man,
dude, I swear to God, when this COVID thing happened, I was like, man, I hate, it sucks for people of that, like my mom that loves to be outgoing, dancing and all that. Then they had to freaking stay home, dude, and it was kind of really bad for them. But they're doing okay. My mom just turned 75 last week.
Oh, that's all. Actually, my mom, oh man, I always forget my mom's age. Don't kill me, Mom, please. But
my mom's gonna kill me because I just said her age, dude.
She was born in 1948. Her birthday was on January 20th.
Okay, so she's like 74.
I didn't say the age, so I'm just
75. She's also, my mom. She's around that time too. So, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We appreciate you on behalf of Fish. Fish, you want to say anything before we leave?
No, it was fun being here.
All right.
I always love coming over here and filming.
What about you, babe? What's up?
Nothing. Just thanks for everyone who was hanging out with us on the chat zone today.
All right.
Yes, we had a lot of people in the chat zone. We had somebody. I lost the comment, but she said that she loved all of us and especially Charlie. So
All right.
Okay.
Charlie's got a fan.
So Charlie, you've got an admirer, then.
Tírale los chones.
That's todo, carnal. Go shake your ass in front of her, just like
Tom Jones,
Danny Ramones, like Danny Ramones,
like Danny Ramones. That's
yeah.
true.
And Danny, we appreciate you. You've been your knees have been jumping up and down, like if you had some pre-workout or
always,
something
man.
like that. Were you the kid in school that couldn't stand still or sit still?
I've always been moving around. I cannot sit still, man. I can never. Even my friends are like, "The lumbriz is okay." I'm like, nah, dude, I'm always just jittery, you know. And it doesn't help that I'm like a big caffeine fan, so I'm always caffeine in the morning, afternoon.
How old are you, dude?
How old do I look? That's like the important question.
35, 30?
I am 42 years old.
42 years
Whoa.
old?
I'm just kidding. I'm 37. I'm going to be 38 on July 4th.
Oh, okay.
No, that's still good.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you the first week of March. Y'all have a good one. Behave and follow me on TikTok, okay? That's what you got to do, because I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff on there behind the scenes, a lap dance that they're about to give Charlie for his birthday as well. It's going on TikTok at RocknRollJames 2020, okay? All right. And make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Everybody wave.